Do you want your bodies full of glue? That's why we need some roughage. So I warn you now, if you're eating 3 times a day, and you're not going 3 times a day, you're constipated. And you're heading for trouble. The average person eliminates 5 pints of water in 24 hours. Water cleanses internally and externally. Internally, it cleanses the cells, eliminating waste and purifies the blood. It builds the immune system. It lubricates the moving parts. Externally, bathing. How often should we have a bath or a shower? Twice a day, that's good. I say at least once a day, but twice a day is good. It soothes the nerves, promotes perspiration, and energizes the internal organs. Skin brushing, it removes dead cells. You know, the Israelites, they used to have a bath every day, or wash every day. It's to wash their skins. Because you know you've got all the toxins coming out of your skin. You know that your skin is the #1 detoxifying organ in your body. And toxins come out through the skin. And what happens is, when I was young, I used to have a bath once a week. Once a week. And we thought that was good. It's only until I started studying the Bible and the spirit of prophecy that you're supposed to have a bath every day. Once a week. And you laugh. I mean, lots of people who do it once a week. It seems to be the norm. And all those toxins, they build up and clog the cells, the pores in your skin, and we're just walking toxic people. And hydrotherapy, hot and cold treatment. The Seventh-day Adventists, we used to be pioneers in hydrotherapy. We used to be experts. At Loma Linda, it used to be called the College of Medical Evangelists. They used to have a whole department on hydrotherapy. And they used to treat sick people using saunas and hot and cold treatments. Today, it's no longer part of the curriculum. We don't even know anything about hydrotherapy. Upon rising, drink 2 glasses of preferably distilled water, or at least purified water with a little bit of lemon in each glass. Drink 8 glasses of distilled or purified water daily. Avoid water that contains fluoride and chloride. And drink water when? Between meals and not too close to mealtime. And practice good hygiene. We should have our water half an hour before our meals and 2 hours after our meals. Not with our meals. We should not have any fluids with our meals. God is the source of life and light from the sun. Like the streams of living water bursting from a living spring, blessings flow out from Him to all His creatures. And wherever the life of God is in the hearts of men, it will flow out to others in love and blessings. Always temperate. What does temperance mean? Anyone? Definition of temperance? Balance. It also means abstinence from harmful things and moderation in the good things. True temperance teaches us to dispense entirely with everything harmful and to use judiciously that which is healthful. So we need to avoid stimulating foods, liquor, tobacco, drugs, coffee, caffeinated beverages, sugar, and sugar-laden foods. You know chocolate. Who likes chocolate? You know chocolate is deadly. It's got all those things. It's got caffeine, it's got sugar, it's got dairy. Do you know it's got insect legs in it? Do you know it's got rats wee-wee in it? And rats poo-poo. You know when they make chocolate, okay, they get the cocoa beans and they lay the cocoa beans out and they allow it to ferment. And you get the mice, the rats, they do their toilet here and there. You get insects.
Tomorrow then.
Sorry?
They'll be selling more chocolates tomorrow.
Yeah. Where do you think the flavour comes from? And then when you got chocolate, okay, the government states that in chocolate you're allowed so many parts of insects per gram of chocolate. Why do you think they allow that? Because they know in the process of chocolate, it is very difficult to get it all cleaned out. And they were also told in the spirit of prophecy, when you combine dairy with sugar, okay, you get fermentation. So we're very happy not to drink alcohol, but we're very happy to eat foods with dairy and sugar in it, which ferments. Let me ask you something. When you meet people that drink alcohol, have you noticed it has two effects? It either makes them very lively and cheerful and happy, or it makes them very moody, aggressive. Have you noticed that? Okay, they seem to be very opposite, don't they?
Yes.
But you know what? I've noticed the same thing with chocolate. Some people that eat chocolate are very, very happy and cheerful because you've got that alcohol there fermenting, and they're getting what's the word? Intoxicated. But on the other hand, some people eat chocolate and they become nasty, become moody. And this is why we have problems in our business meetings and board meetings. Because who knows what's going into our bodies before those meetings, and we're either going to be very cheerful or we're going to be very aggressive. And if it's after a potluck or dinner and we've had pies and cakes and custards and ice creams and chicken, and all that combination with white rice and white pasta and white bread, we've just got one big stodge of glue mixed in with alcohol. And that's why we're not very happy in our board. And this could be why we're making very bad decisions these days. Large combinations of food, grease and fat, excess salt and diseased animal foods. And I'll tell you one thing, our vegetarian foods are not much better. I heard somebody say, he calls them the image to the beast. They're full of salt, they're full of fat, they're full of processing. You're better off with the fresh thing. Strong condiments like mustard, vinegar, spices, black pepper burns a hole in your stomach. Vinegar, spices. Eating too frequently and in too large of quantities overtaxes the system and causes the blood to become impure. How often should we eat a day? 3, maximum twice ideal. We were given counsel that the best diet is 2 meal a day plan. 2 meal a day. But at most you should only have 3. What should you do between your meals? Nothing. We shouldn't have anything between our meals. It is a sin to eat between your meals. That's how serious the situation is. You have your breakfast, your lunch, and your dinner at most. Okay? Nothing in between. Not even a fruit, not even an apple, not even a peanut. Dr. Kellogg, he did some studies on this because he heard Sister White speak about this and thinking, why? And so he did some experiments. And he used one of his nurses. And this is what he discovered. He discovered that when he gave the nurse even a couple of peanuts between the meal, the food that she'd just taken would stay in the system up to another 15 hours. Another 15 hours. And his conclusion was that as soon as you eat, it should come out the next day. But what he concluded was, it came out 15 hours later than it should have. Just eating between your meals. And one of the universities, they did a study, they got their students, and they did the test. They found that by eating 2 hours after a meal, that food stayed in the body another 8 to 10 hours. And every time they continually ate between their meals, the food was staying in their system. And what do you think it was doing in your body for another 15 hours? Rotting. This is another reason why we have bad breath, we have bad sweat, bad toilet, because we have rotting food. So for good health, we get the food in and out quickly.